Hi everyone! We are back at the yard after a brief trip to Arizona to see our friends Steve and Terry to pick up a few items. And the thing I miss the most about being north is a good shower. Here at the yard, the water is brackish, the shower heads are less than optimal, and the drains not great. So, a great shower. What a treat. While we were in Arizona, I availed myself of the large table to sew a new V-berth bottom sheet, and we enjoyed celebrating Valentine's Day with Steve and Terry. Back at the boat, now that we had the 316 stainless steel screws from the order we picked up in Arizona, we could continue mounting ceiling panels. We were in the midst of mounting panels when we were interrupted by a water leak. Over the previous days, the water pump would cycle on when faucets were not in use, indicative of a leak. We began by checking the bilge and observed water trickling in from a limber hole leading forward. Just forward of the bilge is the battery compartment, and even though Blondie has short hair, she sheds profusely. Whenever we open floor panels, we try to limit the hair floating into the bilge with preemptive vacuuming. There was indeed water in the battery compartment, but no indication of where it was coming from. The water filters for the water maker were not leaking, so we decided to check the fill hose to the port water tank, as Lee had recently added several garrafons of purified water to the port water tank. Nothing. Continuing forward, the alcohol locker was cleaned out and there was more water. Further forward, Lee removed our emergency anchor, a Fortress FX-37, easily stowable and one we inherited with the boat, but have never had occasion to use. The forward portion of this locker was dry, and water appeared to come from a compartment above and under the port side of the V-berth. Sure enough, there was a puddle of water in the bottom of this locker. Once the hose clamps were tightened, the water removed, and everything dried out, no more leaks. I have checked periodically since, and it is still dry. Tracking down the leak took up a good portion of a day. John has very kindly offered his help and fiberglass expertise to repair our cockpit hatch covers, one of which was starting to sag, and it was only a matter of time before a misstep would break through the top. We have 3 more ceiling panels to finish, but that project has been put aside for now while we focus on the seats before John and Christy have to head north. Work is progressing on Imaloa too. John and Christy, after making several repairs in the hulls last year, are continuing to track down soft spots, removing the rotted area, replacing the plywood, and creating a new fiberglass skin over the repair using epoxy. John has also been up and down the mast several times to replace the spreaders and add foredeck spotlights. On the cruiser social scene, we attended a farewell get-together for Eduardo, the go-to person at Marina Turistico, the former Fonatur. He was unexpectedly assigned a different position within the port of Guaymas. He was well liked and the cruiser's friend. He will be sorely missed, and it is a big change for all of us sailors. In the yard, Blondie and I continue with our usual routine and enjoy the days when we see our resident heron or have visits from pelicans and even roseate spoonbills. Unfortunately, on this day they were too distant for my camera to pick them up, but the pink did stand out. On the boat, we continue with our projects and hope we have no more unplanned ones that pop up. In the next video, we hope to attend Carnival and who knows what else. So, until then.